Hey, music teachers. I hope your day is filled with joy because I'm about to share some joy with you. My name is Glory St. Germain from Ultimate Music Theory, and today I am honored to hang out with my special guest, Carolyn Joy Quinn. She attended one of our live events, Music Business Mastery Live, and came into our program. And today we're talking about teaching and thinking outside the music box. So, Carolyn, what do you do with your students when you want to think outside the music box and maybe have some of them get into their lesson with more creativity?
Well, I think there's just a lot of things that you can do. And I think it's really important to realize there's so much value in being creative in teaching. It is all about the students. It's all about the students. It's not about what I need. And the kids want to play and they want to be creative and they want to be composers and as soon as possible. And so as soon as I can, I introduce them to what I call bookends. So I'll give them a piece and then we'll figure out something beautiful to go at the beginning of the piece and at the end of the piece so that they're incorporating their own creativity into the piece. And in that way, I believe they're making it theirs and they're owning it. And they know, oh, you know what? I did that piece right there. Carolyn taught me how to do those chords, or there's broken chords, or there's arpeggios, or playing up in an upper register. And I believe that it just enhances the piece and just takes it to another level. When you look at a piece creatively and think, what can I add to this? How can I make this mine? And so I do that a lot with my students, and they really enjoy that process.
I think that is such a great thing, Carolyn, because rather than just saying, here, I want you to compose something, and that can be terrifying. But if you kind of give them, the middle, the guts, as we call them, and get them to compose the intro and close it, you're teaching them two really important aspects of composition, which is a mode of how to start and do an intro, and also how to end on the tonic or however you're planning on ending your piece. So that's a really good tip. I love that. Thanks for sharing that, Carolyn. One of the things that I love about our community in the Music Business Mastery Live event is how we actually connect with fellow educators and really get into collaborations or sharing ideas musically. So maybe what was one of your biggest takeaways as you came on board in the Music Business Mastery event?
Oh, I loved that event. And I just knew after hearing the presentation that Glory gave that I needed this in my life. I had been a rather isolated, particularly through the pandemic. And all of a sudden I had an instant community of people that I knew understood my heart, that understood my calling, that understood my desire to be the best music teacher possible. And I have gleaned so much information, so many nuggets of gold over the time that I've been a part of that business mastery program, which I've incorporated and implemented into my teaching. And again, I think taken it to a higher level. And, who could ask for anything more?
Yeah, I love when you say that. And one of the things that I appreciate about you, Carolyn, is obviously your middle name is Joy, but you also exude so much joy. When I see you inside our coaching calls and inside our, Music Business Mastery Live event. And for those of you that are watching, this is a free 3-day music teachers masterclass. So you can go ahead and get registered now. You're going to learn all about the mindset, the strategies, and the tools, how you can really think outside the music box, be more creative like Carolyn, and share that joy with your students as well. I think one of the important things too is really having an accountability partner. What does it mean for you, Carolyn, to know that you can have someone that you can reach out to if you just want to talk a few things through?
Oh, it's invaluable. I happen to have the best accountability partner in the world, Kathy Grimley. I believe that she's done some broadcasts too. And She's just great. We just share what's going on for our students. I sometimes go to the piano while I'm talking with her and say, "Hey, have you heard this song? What I was thinking about your student that you told me about. This might be just perfect for them because it's patterns and they can get a really feel good feeling, gratifying experience very quickly, especially for teenage boys. Just they want to be able to do fast and furious, and Kathy will share ideas with me, and then I go and get that music, and then we talk about how are we teaching the theory, what steps are we doing, how important it is for the students to understand how the music works, and how that builds great confidence in their own piano playing. So I meet with Kathy at least once a week. We've missed a couple of times in the year that we've been together, but I really look forward to hearing her heart. I really enjoy being a part of her community and her journey, and we just have a really great time. And it is just, I think it's just, again, just that wonderful gift that we give ourselves, and knowing that we're not alone, that we're growing together, that we're encouraged and supported and understood by others, I think is just key for success.
Absolutely. Carolyn, and when we look at our community, the Ultimate Teachers, and in our program where we connect you with an accountability partner. So just as Carolyn said, you don't have to feel like you're doing it all alone. I know for myself as a business owner, sometimes I felt like, who can I talk to? Who can I just have, like, someone that gets me, that knows the struggles I'm going through? And when I first started as a teacher, I didn't really have anybody I could talk to. And it's one of the things I'm so passionate about inside our program. When you come into musicbusinessmastery.live event, you'll learn all about the essence of communicating not only with your students, but sharing your ideas with your accountability partners, with your fellow teachers, and how we can grow together. I think now is the time more than ever in this economy, when teachers sometimes are struggling to find students, they're struggling to try to figure out what method books to use. They're struggling to think, how can I advertise? Struggling to think, should I be teaching online? All of these questions, where do you go to get the answers? You can join us at musicbusinessmastery.live. Not only will you learn in this 3-day live event, but we also have Q&A. You'll meet beautiful educators such as Carolyn, who's been hanging out with us for a while. And what are your thoughts in moving things forward? Where do you see your teaching business going next year?
Well, when I put the theory books in front of the kids, they work at them. They are really proud to be working at them. And I have just noticed such a difference in their note reading ability. One, just again, appealing to all the senses, writing it down, then incorporating it when they play. There's just something that overlapping really strengthens their playing quickly. And so I often do some theory with the children, and then we go to the piano, and I can see how it just all comes together. It's again drawing on every skill that the children have: learning, writing it down, hearing, listening, performing. Those three styles of teaching: the visual, the auditory, and the kinesthetic. It really is true just to involve absolutely everything that you can do to set the children up for great success as quickly as possible, so that they'll want to continue to grow in their own journeys.
Yeah, absolutely, Carolyn. And I love what you said about, teaching in all those modalities: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. And one of the things we talk about too is when you're teaching group classes. So when you're teaching ultimate music theory club classes in a group, you need to know, how can I be an effective educator if I'm teaching groups? So we're going to be talking about that at Music Business Mastery. And we're also going to be talking about, how can you increase your income? So often we think, I'm just a music teacher, but in fact, you're a music teaching business. And we want to recognize that you can have fun, you can make money, you can be an effective educator, and you can have joy. You can have Carolyn joy in your life. And just in encouraging teachers to think about giving themselves an opportunity for professional development so that you can feel that passion. Sometimes we get bored doing the same thing over and over and over again. What is maybe, just in wrapping up today, Carolyn, what's maybe been your greatest takeaway of being inside the program?
Oh, I think just hearing ideas from other really good teachers from all around the world, and then just incorporating them. What are other teachers doing? What are they teaching? How are they, strengthening the kids so that they can feel really confident about their note reading, and just understanding how the music works. What are the keys? Where are the chords? Where's the analysis of the music? I love hearing what other teachers are doing. Again, there's just so much strength in numbers, and just hearing, what people are doing in England and in Australia. I've become a very close friend of a lady in New Zealand, and we share our hearts as music teachers, and I just it's so uplifting and so life-giving ideas, and go, oh yeah, that's a brilliant idea, I'm going to do that. And then report back and say, well, that worked really well, or my student really. So I can't stress enough the value of being a part of a community and growing together.
Yes. Thank you so much, Carolyn. It is such a joy to have you and all of our other Ultimate Music Theory teachers inside the program to share ideas. We are a global company with educators from around the world, and we love learning because there's different ways of doing things in different countries that maybe we didn't even think about. And it's all about sharing ideas and networking with other music educators. So thank you so much, Carolyn. And I invite all of you to join us live 3 days. You don't want to miss it. Musicbusinessmastery.live, and we will see you on the inside. Thank you so much, Carolyn, for joining me today. Bye now. Teach with passion.